And we're live, Random Radio. Joe G here. Just want to say, have a great evening and tune into the show. Normally, I would play music here, but I don't have any music to play because I don't want to get the show copywritten. I want to get my voice out there and heard. And one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start writing down talking points that I'm going to get to so I don't have as much silence in the air. And every time I want to be silent, I go to another talking point. I was reading news before, and that was helping with the silence. But I don't know. Like, this is where I would go to a talking point when I don't know what to talk about. So I need to get these note cards. That's what I think I'm going to get, flashcards, like note cards, and write on the note cards. And do my due diligence for the story, print up some articles or something like that. I don't have a printer, though, which stinks. But I still got the screen, and if I wear my reading glasses, I could read it. I could read it. It was such a beautiful day out. I had to call my whole family and tell them that. And that's what I did today. I talked with the fams. That's what I did today. Now I'm talking with the fans. Fams and fans. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got in the new news today. Biden tests positive for COVID again. Where'd that happen? Deepest hole on Earth permanently sealed after making chilling discovery. Okay. Let's see what that was. Deepest drilled hole on Earth sealed up after discovering fascinating fossils. Every day hear about explorations, but very rare, if at all, do you hear about scientists being forced to an abrupt end. A mind-blowing investigation happened in northwestern Russia on a secluded cape where scientists expended several years boring through the earth toward its core for more than 40,000 feet, a depth that man had never previously ventured. Thank God they stopped it. However, an unpredictable situation arose, forcing scientists to call it wraps. What is it? The mysterious world beneath us. People inevitably are intrigued by what sits underneath the Earth's crust. They've also been fascinated about gazing up to explore the mysteries of the galaxies. That synthetic satellite was blasted into space in the late 50s. Our knowledge of the cosmos is at the broadest it's ever been, thanks to efforts of international entities, and individual corporations with space as their ultimate focus. Still, we gaze to the heavens in awe. Are we missing out on the next world? Just as an enigma. Are we missing out on a next world just as enigmatic as here on Earth? Enigmatic. Space or beneath or underneath us, which is more fascinating. Surprisingly, some people claim our knowledge of space has surpassed our understanding of what lies under the Earth's surface. Although many people are familiar with the Cold War era space race between the United States and the Soviet Union, few are aware of the simply fascinating struggle to conquer our underground planet. In the mid-1900s, rival science experts from the United States and Russia started planning elaborate experiments to penetrate the Earth's crust. That's very interesting so far. A thick shell, which stretches as far as 30 miles into the middle of our planet, slowly lends a path to the mantle, which is an incredible interior section that accounts for 40% of the Earth's magnitude. The United States takes the lead, or maybe not. The United States then pulled ahead in 1958 with the introduction of the MOHO project. MOHO? The mission, which occurred near Central America in Mexico's vicinity, had a team of experts to tunnel through the Pacific Ocean's floor to a distance of over 150 meters. Nevertheless, the budget was slashed less than a decade later, forcing them to discontinue the project. The United States is unable to accomplish their dream to reach the centermost layer of the Earth. You really shouldn't mess with that stuff. The race is not for the swift. With the U.S. team being able to realize their goals, it became for the Russians to take up the mantle, or should we say, dig to the mantle. That's a big hole. A crew of science experts began boring into the earth beneath the Pechensky district, which has minuscule population. In May of 1970, they had a straightforward mission to drill into the ground to the deepest level conceivable. Furthermore, the Soviets planned to drill to a depth of just under 50,000 feet below the crust of Earth. The U.S. rejoins the Earth core taste unknowingly. Excavators started digging a sequel of boreholes branching off from the primary crater with specialized devices. Meanwhile, the Americans have not given up hope. We're also gradually forging ahead in their quest to the Earth's mantle. The Lone Star producing company came into the mix of things with full force. Their drilling efforts got underway as oil prospects in Washita County area of Oklahoma. Winning a race you weren't competing in. It was in 1974 their venture led to what became known as the Bertha Rogers Hole, a wonder created by man that stretches approximately 9.25 kilometers underneath the Earth's surface. Although Lone Star could not uncover what it went in search of, its undertaking created the world's deepest hole. They maintained the record for another half a decade. In June 79th, the record was shattered by a borehole named SG3 from Kola. 4 years later, the hole was not even 10 inches wide, burrowed to a staggering 39,000 feet into the depths of the Earth's layers. Researchers at the Kola Peninsula briefly put down their machinery after reading this landmark. They stopped construction on the borehole for a year so that visitors could see the fascinating achievement. Something they weren't anticipating transpired the following year. Just as they got ready to resume digging into the Earth's crust, drilling had to be terminated due to a technical issue. The Soviet explorers were not going to allow their team to be outdone. Looks like a lot of mess. They dumped the original borehole and commenced again to a depth of 23,000 feet. About 5 years had gone by. The forceful team had dug a depth of more than 40,000 feet. Can't surpass the curiosity of an explorer. Perhaps more extraordinary, the borehole was expected to hit its anticipated depth of 49,000 feet by 93. But under the isolated Russian tundra, something unforeseen awaited. And staggeringly, a drill dug deeper into the Earth's core. As the drill dug deeper into the Earth's core, something strange transpired. For the first 10,000 feet, things weren't going as the diggers believed they would. Temperatures inside the borehole were mostly constant with what the researchers had predicted on the onset. However, beneath the level, the temperature rose to a much faster rate. So once digging got to the mark, the hole got ridiculously hot to more than 350 degrees Fahrenheit. At that level was 176 degrees higher than they had perceived. But it wasn't the end of it. The researchers also found that the rock at those depths was much less dense than they had expected. As a result, it repeated strangely and unprecedentedly to elevate the heat situation. Put Colgate in your gas tank and you could save a ton on gas. Brought to you by gasoline. Time to plug the hole, but what they have found, resulting from the unexpected turn of events, the Kohler team rescinded the operation, knowing that their equipment would lose functionality under those circumstances. In 1992, at the time, 22 years after drilling it started. Prior to sealing up what is known as the Kola Super Deep Borehole, researchers got a chance to discover some interesting aspects of the Earth's interior. They also found some small fossils and marine flora, for instance, at a depth of 4 miles. For how long they had been wrapped under these miles of boulder, which was believed to be over 2 billion years old, these mementos were surprisingly unscathed. However, at the most remote stretches of the Kola Super Deep Borehole, an even more thrilling discovery was made. Scientists had formerly estimated that the rock between Earth's crust changes from granite to basalt at a max depth of 4 miles based on seismic waves. They learned on the Kola Peninsula quite quickly that what they perceived was not how things were below the Earth's surface. Yeah. What? I gotta go. Someone's at the door. I'll be back later. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.